channel is sponsored by Great Bay Outfitters. Great Bay Outfitters is a waterfront kayak shop located near Great Bay. They are New Jersey's #1 volume dealer of Old Town kayaks. Great Bay Outfitters specializes in fishing kayaks and offers demos, rentals, repair, rigging, and a full assortment of PFDs, dry suits, motors, paddles, and accessories from many major brands.
What is up, everybody? Today we got a beautiful summer morning. Gonna be doing something a little bit different. I want to get away from the crowds, the summer crowds, so I'm gonna be doing some like marsh sod bank fishing for like sheepshead, tog, any type of crab eaters. But I got a little bit of a run to our first spot, so stay tuned. Once we get to that first spot, I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. But we're gonna be fishing something like these. We just got to find the right ones. Stay tuned. All right, let's first drop of the morning. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think that might be a sheep. Nah, tog, I think. Tog, maybe. Yeah, big tog. All right, no skunk. Little sod bank tog. So another common thing I hear from people is asking me for spots and asking me where, where I was fishing, and like they've tried sod banks and they just can't seem to figure them out. My only thing that I'm going to tell you that holds true is you're going to have to burn some days searching. Oh, there's a hit. You can't replicate, searching an area and putting in the time. You're going to burn days where like your buddies are fishing bridges or docks and they're slamming them, and you wasted 6 hours on a sod bank and you didn't have anything to show for it. But honestly, that's kind of how it goes. You kind of figure out, ooh, that was a good hit, where these fish like to go, what time of year is definitely important. I've caught them as early as like May on sod banks, and I've caught them as late as November, so I think they just move. I don't think there's a set area. I don't think these fish hold here the entire day either. I think, there's a population that comes over here, feeds, and then follows the tide. Man, I'm getting I don't know if they're like tog or what. Just tapped to death. Oh, there we go. That's a sheep, I believe. On the sod bank. Nah, another big tog. Whew. Man, those are the two luckiest tog. Come August, they would have been a nice meal. Is that a fish? Oh yeah. Oh, I missed them. Oh. The one that got away. That sucks. Man, that was a nice hit. Like using rubber hooks. Alright, let's try here. We've been fishing this grass point not for too long yet. Two tog to show for. Seen a lot of life though. I think it's multiple species though. You can see a ton of bait on the surface, which I think is peanut bunker and spearing. Every once in a while we'll pass some good marks on the bottom, which I think are Tautog or Sheepshead or even triggerfish actually, because we've had some nice triggers here so far this year. Let me see. Yeah, like there's some good marks right there. And 17. I don't know what that is. It's tight to the bottom. Hopefully they're crab eaters. Oh, look at that. That was a hit. There we go. There we go. What did we just hook? I just want to see it. Is this a stingray? I'm thinking stingray. It has to be. That has cow nose ray written all over it. That's a good way to ruin the morning. If it is a ray. Yeah, I think that's a ray. You never know though, it could be something. The optimist in me hopes it's something that's not a stingray. I've caught in big black drum here before, and they kind of fight similar. Oh, it's a nice sheepshead, holy smokes. Wow. Maybe I just gotta call everything a stingray and it'll turn out to be a double-digit sheepshead. Look at this monster. Oh, on the sod bank, look at that. That's freaking awesome. Thank you. Dude, beautiful sheep. On the sod bank, let's get him back in. Oh, he's ready to go. He did not want to hang around. Alright, well, I could say for a fact that the day has been made. Now if I catch a stingray, I don't really care. I don't know, this specific marsh that I'm fishing, I've had such bad luck with stingrays that when that thing took off, you know when you know exactly when you hook a cow nose ray, because it's just like, it just sounds too good to be true type thing. It's like the days that you're like, I gotta go grease up my drag. And if you're wondering why my drag's so light, I mean, I'm fishing super light line from, you know, 10-pound braid to 15-pound mono. So I can't really horse the fish around. And the nice thing about fishing a sod bank like this is there are obstructions that you could get snagged on for sure, but it's not like a bridge or a dock where there's just pilings and debris. And the worst thing that I snag up here is like cutoffs of the marsh. Like you'll see them on your depth finder, like where like the sod bank has fallen in type thing. I've dropped my camera here before, and I think the reason why this sod bank specifically, and I mean most marshes near us, there's a lot of mussel growth, and I think it's just like an all-you-can-eat buffet for tog, triggerfish, and sheepshead. Now, I know the main question that I'm going to get is how deep does it have to be and all that stuff. And honestly, I've caught them on sod banks like this as shallow as like 1 or 2 feet, and as deep as like 34, 35. I don't think depth is really the part of the equation that matters right now. I think finding the food source, because like on another day I might skip my crab like into the marsh, because I've seen sheepshead kind of tailing along these grass lines on a flood tide, just picking off fiddler crabs and other shellfish that are getting washed into the grass. That's why I like to use like fiddlers, mud crabs, Asian shore crabs on a spot like this, because it kind of matches the forage that they're eating. Could use oysters here too, because I have seen oysters on this bar before, but I find that fishing oysters in a heavy current area could be really difficult, just from the pure fact that you know, they're a softer bait, and I don't want to really get into like tying mesh bags and stuff. I'd rather, like, a mud crab fishes well here because it's so hardy and it stays on the hook pretty well. Sometimes like those like fiddler crabs, like the smaller ones that are a little bit softer, they can get knocked off your hook pretty easily here. Seeing a lot of fish right here, but boy, nothing wants to touch this mud crab. That last one was on a fiddler. I've been kind of rotating between the 3 to kind of see what they really want, and I think both the tog were on fiddlers. Oh yeah, there's some fish right under us right now. All right, dropping in a different area now. Went a little down current of where I just was. See some life here. Just kind of, we're at the part of the tide where I might have to switch to a heavier jig. When I'm not able to like fish vertically, I really don't like fishing on an angle, if that makes sense. Like, you could feel the tide pulling the jig, and when it gets to that point, I kind of like to upgrade the weight just to fish the way I like to fish. I think it definitely helps with hook sets for sure, if you're not going on an angle. And like a sod bank fishing could be real boom or bust, and if you get like 10 hits in a trip, you can't be missing many of them, otherwise you'd be pretty disappointed in the day. That is, I don't know what that is. There's a lot of it underneath of us. Could be tog, never know. Ooh, there was a hit. Oh no, I missed it. See if he comes back for it. Oh yeah, he came back for it. Come on, give me another chance. There we go, tog. Yep, tog. I knew as soon as I set the hook. Little tog. Okay, so that held true. I thought what was underneath us was a bunch of tog. I think I'll go back to a fiddler. I keep rotating through. That last one was on a mud crab. Let's go fiddler. just a small fiddler. Now, these ones are the ones I was talking about that are really soft. The like darker ones, for whatever reason, man. It might be like I'm catching them closer to when they're molding, but if you don't hook them perfectly, like, I feel like you lose so much bait that way. Just take the extra second, you know what I mean, to hook them on the way you should. Through the leg holes is what I like. Bigger ones, sometimes I'll go under like the apron. Now when it comes to jigs, if you're gonna fish jigs, my recommendation is fish as light as you can possibly fish. For a spot like this, I'm going 1/4 ounce is the bottom for me, the lowest I'll use. I'll rig up a 3/8 or a half, depending on the day and the moon cycle, I guess you could say. And then I'll have one with a 3/4 ounce. Grant, you could probably get away with fishing heavier through the, you know, the heat of the tide, but I'd rather just fish, you know, my window I like to fish. Because once you start putting like anything over an ounce on a rod like this, it's just not the same. Man, I think we just passed over some good fish, but they're being real finicky right now. Yeah, look, there's been some good marks on the bottom. Those are definitely sheep or big tog, one of the two. Another thing that's very beneficial to this fishing is understanding the tide and wind situation, because you always want to set up current of where you want to fish. Wow, those are some beautiful marks. I think those are stripers though, like 10 feet down. And see, I purposely didn't pack any striper stuff because of marks like that. You come out here fishing for one thing and then you get sidetracked trying to get another thing. I find that sometimes less is more. So I only brought jigs and crabs and mono. That way I could stay on the sod bank at least until the wind blows us off of it. Tog. Oh man. There's a fish. Look at that. Fluke. Yeah. Or flounder, depending on where you're from. Not the species of I'm trying to target. A little summer flounder. Cool little fish. Oh. Tog. That must be a whole bunch of tog. I don't know though. There's some good marks down there. Give it one more shot.